You read the title right. Time to sell the Ventrac. In a previous video, I talked about why I am shutting down Copper Creek Cuts Lawn Care. In this video, we're going to look at all of the Ventrac equipment. The other thing this video is serving as is a supplement to the Facebook listings. Now, the first one that we have is our offset finish mower. They do not make this model anymore. I purchased it because I was under the impression I was going to get an HOA that had a bunch of ponds. Having this deck offset rather than centered means you've got maybe 6 inches where even when you add a second tire on with the dual wheels, your tires are still not at the bottom of the ditch. The edge of the mower deck is, and that was really handy to have. Here's a look at the casters. And again, all this stuff just got cleaned. I have not done any touch up on paint or anything because I want you to see where there may be issues. I do have Ventrac paint, red, black, and tan that will go with all this. Does include the mulching kit. So that is the offset 72-inch finish mower. Really good if you're going to do ponds, banks, ditches, anything like that where you don't want to be at the bottom of whatever you're cutting. Here's your suitcase weights. These are the ones that come with it. These aren't extra. I just took them off so I could get a better clean on the Ventrac. I mean, these, they don't have to look good. They don't do anything except weigh the machine down, but that's them. Here's your extensions for the landscape rake. You can see a little bit of that corrosion on those bolts, but they will come right off, no problem. And there, tines are in really good shape with just a little bit of surface rust. If you ever have one of these break, you can just buy one from your dealer. Let's get these duals in the sunlight so you can see them a little bit better. But that guy, there's that guy, there's that one. That. So that's your dual wheels. No leaks, no slow leaks, no punctures. There's also 2 dual wheel removal tools that'll come with this. Next up is the tough cut. Here's the lid. You can see one of the bigger dents here. Doesn't interfere with anything. Here, again, doesn't interfere. Casters are in good shape. This got knocked off a couple of jobs ago, so hot pressure wash that. We're going to grease it back up and put a new replacement cap on, so that'll be fixed and look like that one. And this is where there's a bulge in. It doesn't seem to affect anything. And here's the top of the deck. Next up is the power bucket. Most of the wear on this one is from rocks that got caught right here and pinched as the bucket moved back and forth. That was from a slag driveway install. I'm going to rotate the bucket for a better view, but just showing you this top edge and the frame. Some more of the wear and tear there. And this isn't grease, this is chipped paint, which again, those spray cans will be good for. With the bucket, there is the extension, which has right here a dent that you can see. It's a dent pushing out that way. That doesn't affect anything. If you wanted to fix it, you could very easily. That has 2 bolts on each side. It bolts onto these guys and it extends the capacity, I want to say, to almost 10 cubic feet. I could be wrong, but that's really nice to have, especially for lighter material. Honestly, I think I used it a little bit for that slag install, and you could, but it was a little bit much for the machine to handle. We've also got teeth for the bucket. So these are bolt-on teeth. There are 4 sets of 2 teeth. So that gives you the ability to grub out a little bit with that bucket. Tear some sod out, you know, something like that. Here's a view of the inside of the bucket. Missed a couple spots on the pressure washer. This is just a difference in dirt right there. But this is the landscape rake. I do have the extensions for either side. Those wheels come out. This can flip around to the other side. This is the dual function kit through a 12 volt. So it only uses these 2 hydraulics, but switches with this 12 volt here. So that's how you can get all the movement you need. In this configuration, this is best for pulling stuff away, like if you're right up against a building. Also, this little hyper tough thing, this you can lock either down or up. So now let's take a look at the power unit. We're just going to do a walk around so you can see everything. And that is the 4520p power unit with right around 158 hours on it. Here's some of the miscellaneous things. There is a little light bar that'll come with it. I think it's like a 12-inch light bar. There's an extra small toolbox holder frame. Here's the large toolbox holder and the hardware. There's a 200-hour service kit that's got enough oil for an oil change and air filter. You've got 3 oil filters. Here's your touch-up paint. This is the official paint that comes from Ventrac, red, tan, and black. There's a couple of pieces from stuff I've taken off. There's your foot control kit. Couple of dual wheel removal kits. Some of the leftover parts from hydraulic upgrades. Here's the teeth for the bucket. This is 2.5 quarts of the Ventrac hydraulic oil. And this is all the Ventrac engine oil. Let's see, these are all, so that's 4 quarts brand new. That one is almost brand new. And then a bunch of loose parts. What do we got? I think this is the belt that runs from your PTO to your attachment. 3 of these tough cut pulleys. I think these are the new beefier ones that don't break as much. Let's see. These, I think these are 2 belts for the tough cut. This, 810166. I couldn't tell you. That's a small belt. Oh goodness, look at these. B1 8045. So the things that there's 4 of, that's for that belt, probably that belt. Here's your other 2 pulleys. You've got a bunch of these little U-nuts. There are a few U-nuts on the machine, the paneling, that have broken off, and I don't care about them. So they just have stayed that way, but you will have replacements. These are caps, these little guys. I already showed you replacing that. These are some kind of bushings I got sent by mistake, no clue. This is random hardware that I've taken off of things when I installed them, so it's like left over. Maybe that's off of a mower deck and I took it off for the mulching kit. There's 3 spindle guards. There are some spacers there. This is all tough cut hardware. So if anything breaks in the field, you can get back to work. It looks like there's 2 for 5 bolts there. One of them is the left-hand thread bolt, at least one. There may be more. An extra spinner knob, some hydraulic covers. So those are kind of all the parts that'll go with this. And of course, anything else I find between now and then. There's the toolbox for the large tool mount. I'm still hunting down the toolbox for the small toolbox mount. No guarantees I can find that. My son may have stolen it at some point in the past. In the 7x14 carry-on trailer, there's nothing special about that. It's got a landscape box in the front. That's real helpful for bringing hand tools for the work that you're doing with the Ventrac or packing a leaf blower or something like that. It's got 4 brand new tires on it as of June 2024. Probably only have a few hundred miles on them, if that. Everything's in good shape. There is surface rust in a few spots that's completely superficial. And then one of the LED marker lights, the plastic cover is cracked and has a hole in it, but the LED works fine. There's also an extra mulching kit. There's the baffles, and under there is the discharge. When I listened to the recording on this, there was a little bit of a buzzing that you could hear. And the reason is I don't think I torqued these things down the way they're supposed to. So there's actually vibration that, well, I can't show you now because it's on the ground. But the baffles sit just a fraction of an inch off of the top of the deck because they bolt in the back and they sag a little bit. So that's something probably if you had some better tools or 2 people helping you, you could tighten it up so it was flush. Mine's off of the metal just a little, so as it's vibrating, it's going to be doing some rattling. But you can just take that off if you don't want. The discharge flap for this is under here, and it has, it's heavy. It's never been used, you can tell. So that goes right back on if you want it. So if you are interested in this in a package, please send me any questions, concerns, comments you have. I'm open to offers, but I, for now, am not splitting this up. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and keep this and see if there's somebody who is new and just wants a comprehensive package deal, or maybe if there's some business that's just looking to get another one and some backup equipment. Kind of sad. Definitely the end of an era, as this is kind of the last Copper Creek Cuts thing that we've got. We sold off the mowers. I know a lot of you guys were sad in that video about Copper Creek Cuts ending, but that's just the way life goes. You know, sometimes life changes, your job changes, your career changes, and there were several upset comments, and you think I would have done something against them personally because I'm quitting Copper Creek Cuts, but this is what's best for me and my family, so I don't feel bad about it. I'm sorry you do, but I don't. So I'll give you an update if and when this does sell. But until then, as always, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we will see you in the next video.